Hypothetically speaking, how long do you think you could stuff up a decaying human inside a wall before they are discovered? Hypothetically speaking, in the heart of Ivy League prestige, tragedy struck on a sunny September day in 2009 to an excellent girl, Annie Lee. Everyone agreed Annie Lee was exceptional. With a smile that could light up a room, the 24-year-old was on her way to earning a doctorate at Yale University. But 5 days before her wedding, Annie vanished from a Yale lab, leaving behind a mystery that would haunt investigators and her loved ones for years to come. Annie was last seen entering the campus laboratory at 10 a.m. on September 8th, but when she didn't return home, her roommates immediately called the police, and thus the search began. Police discovered chilling evidence, but the truth remained elusive. According to the Yale Daily News, on September 13th, police noticed a smell similar to that of a decomposing body and called in cadaver dogs. Annie Lou's decomposing body was discovered stuffed upside down in a small utility panel inside a wall at around 5 p.m. when she was supposed to walk down the aisle at her wedding. The killer simply crushed her in there. She was so smashed up you couldn't recognize her, an unnamed police source told the New York Post. Interestingly enough, suspicion fell on lab technician Ray Clark. The police began looking for him. Ray Clark was a lab technician who worked at the lab Annie Lee used in a custodial capacity before her body was discovered. Clark, who did not attend Yale but worked there, was known to be harsh on students who left the lab dirty, resulting in more work for him. Clark had emailed Lou to complain about her leaving dirty mice cages behind after one of her experiments. His arrest would bring a shocking revelation. A DNA sample was the last piece of evidence that led to his arrest on September 17th. Ray Clark eventually pleaded guilty to murder in exchange for a 44-year sentence. He was previously charged with murder and felony murder, each carrying a 60-year prison sentence. He also entered an Alford plea for 1 count of attempted sexual assault, which means he does not admit to the charge, but recognizes that there is enough evidence to convict. Clark, who was 26 when sentenced, will not be released until 2053, when he will be nearly 70 years old. As of today, the police got the man who killed Annie Lee, but they still don't know how it happened and why.